Greetings and salutations, Michigan Ultimate Survivor League members, owners, friends, and fans. It's the Week 9 edition of the Commissioner's Corner. I, of course, am James L. Seagraves, coming to you from a very dark and scary living room. It looks scary anyway. Early morning Halloween edition, because we got a lot of things going on today. We got a lot of things going on the next couple days, so we're trying to shoot this out. My son is sleeping behind me, so I'm going to try to be quiet. He'll probably wake up. We'll see. Last week was good. Biggest game of all time. Kind of was a letdown. It's a bit of a beatdown, whatever you want to call it. It was down some way. But this week we have even more amazing games coming, as we're going to find out as we get it going here on this Halloween edition of the Commissioner's Corner. I'm not dressed up because, well, my Bobby Beethoven wig is at the store. So we're going to look at the bottom teams of the league. As we are known to do, we start off with the bums, we end up with the champs, and here we go. Okay, so as per usual, Chiz Nasty, God bless you, 1-7 and riding a hot 5-game loss streak, but he has 508 points, which is still pretty shitty, unfortunately. We love him though. 1-7, bottom team in the league. You gotta get a win this week, kid, so we can get, because you have a slew of 2-6 teams, including my own personal team, 2-6. Which, by the way, I'm at the top of the 2-6 squads, close to it. Password is Taco. Super disappointing season for both of us. As well as True Blue Wrecking Crew, Tony Lay's team. There's a lot, and Tony Lay's team. There are a lot of very disappointing seasons going around this year in MUSL. A lot of high ballers there. If you look at 3 and 5 teams, New Orleans Rock Chucks, Giggle Giggle. Is that your final answer? Password is Taco. He's 2-6. But yeah, there's some of the teams that were pretty rough last week actually must have won this week, including Brady O'Bush. Sure enough, they've riding a 2-game win streak. Look out for her. So now you got a lot of teams in the middle, but then we're going to go to the top 15 as always. Zeke's Relationship Corner, Tom Farmer 2.0, 5-3, 3-2 in conference, 657.0. Bring back the butt fumble, Tom Farmer 1.0. That's right, folks. He has got back-to-back teams, number 14 and 15. Although he'd rather have his team back from last week. As you can see here, he was ranked number 7 last week, and he lost, thus fell to number 14. Number 13, we got Super Original. He also lost, now 3-2 in division, 5-3 overall, 669. Number 12, we got the old Tallywhackers. I believe that is old Joshy C. Also lost, went from number 5 all the way down to number 12 with that loss, but he has 717.39 points, so way to go, Mr. Tally. Bare Naked Tiggers. Now here's a 5-3 guy who's on the upswing, 4-1 in conference, much better, riding a 3-game win streak. This is Jackie Woods, always up to no good. He's very Rob Bradley-esque, though, with the measly 568 points. If you look at this, he has got almost 200 points fewer, 150 points fewer than Tallywhackers, but he's ranked higher because of this right here. The fact that he is 3-2 or 4-1 in the division versus 3-2. Nasty Nutria, Sarah Krasansky. Somebody stop this girl. Only a 2-game win streak, but she's come out of seemingly nowhere, and she's won 4 out of 5 in the conference. That's big. It's going to be huge as we get down to these final 4 games. We are, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we're in the final 4 games here of the year. So look out for crazy lineups as teams get desperate trying to score points. Anything can happen. That's what we love about MUSL. Wait till you see the games this week. It's going to be insanity. So number 10, she's in the top 10, Nasty Nutria. Number 9, Your Mother Likes My Defense. This is rookie owner Alan Harvey. Not of Harvey Bildcheck Get In Here fame, but of Alan Harvey fame. Your Mother Likes My Defense. 5-3, 4-1, 672 points. So got a slight edge on Krasansky there. The Donkey Punchers, 5-3, 4-1, 694 points. So way to go. You're up from number 14 all the way up to number 8. These last 3 teams were not even ranked last week. Number 7, Play with Mike Ditka. 6-2, 3-2 though. Both of his losses have come in conference play. That's going to hurt him down the road. Promise you that. 705. Still need my jump house back. Drop it off at Kale's. Granny's Baloney Curtains. 6-2. Also 3-2. 725 points. So 20 more points than Tony Cromwell's squad. But still number 6 in the nation. Because at the end of the day, this column right here is the most important one. But as these guys will find out, spoiler alert on Nam Tam Nights, by the way, this column is also very important, so it makes for some messy situations at the end of the year. Nan Tab Night 6-2. Now this is more like it, 4-1 in conference. This is where you want to be. even though he scored 70 points fewer than Granny's Baloney Curtains. It is what it is. Number 4, Squadrels lost a huge game this week. He's got an even bigger game this week coming up, and we'll talk about that. Back-to-back monumental games for Squadrels. His whole season rides on these 2 weeks. It's incredible. 6-2, 4-1, 7-19. One critical loss, though, to that black hole, who is now head and shoulders above everybody so far in that conference with that win. Number 2, Tenacious D, 6-2, 4-1, lost this week as well, but still has a 40-point lead over Squadrels, hence the reason he's number 3 rather. He's up from number 2, or down from number 2 to number 3. God, I need to get more sleep. Number 2 team in the nation, the Apache Chiefs, who had lost 2 weeks ago but won this week, righted the ship. They sent everyone off the reservation and worked hard on getting everything tailored down, get the lineups going, get it going, and they won this week. 729 points, 7-1, 4-1. And, of course, the number 1 team in the nation, again, for like the third straight week, is the Black Hole, who is now 8-0, 5-0 in conference, obviously. And, congratulations to Rob Bradley. He beat the Squadrels in the biggest game in MUSL history. Didn't really live up to the hype because it was kind of a beatdown, honestly. Rob Bradley got tired of getting bullied around for not scoring many points. Biggest game of the year, guess what? He came up, scored some points, and unfortunately for Squadrels, the end is nigh for him if he does not win this week. So let's take a look at the standings. Whoops. Take a look at the standings here. Oh, God. I'm not even in the right league right now. I made a trade in my other league, so I had to do some. Oh God, the lovely Cassandra Seagraves is back. Hello, lovely Cassandra Seagraves. All right, so here we go. The Jeff Lebowski Conference. Now we're getting close to the point where these playoff scenarios are starting to look more and more focused in. Okay, I'm going to also open up another window here at the schedule here so we can see. Apache Chiefs 7-1, 4-1 in conference. There are 3 teams that are 5-3. However, only 2 of those really have a chance at winning this division because Riverside Raging Rain Corps is 2-3 in conference. Brutal at this stage of the game. And those are the Nasty Nutria and Tallywhackers. Okay, so let's look at the schedule coming up here for Nasty Nutria here. Let's go by franchise. Let's do that instead. We're going to scroll down to here. Okay, so, obviously, and we're going to talk about this when we go over the weeks thing, Nasty Nutria in control of their own destiny to a point. They play the Apache Chiefs still, and they also have a couple other games, Carry On Wayward Son, Uncle Rico, and Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Now, some of those guys are not really in contention here, but they are in contention for second and third place. They technically could win the division still, but it would be tough. A lot of 4-4 teams in this division. But yeah, the huge game this week, Nasty Nutria versus the Apache Chiefs. Tallywhackers and Riverside Raging Rain Corps still somewhat alive. They would need a pretty colossal collapse from the Apache Chiefs, though. But we'll see. 4-4, I mean, hey, you guys who are 4-4 are still well in the running for things. If you win out, you'll be 8-4. Be pretty good. If we go down to the Kirk Lazarus Conference, now this here much closer than the other conference, because you've got a 5-3 team in the front, and you got several 4-4 teams, and even a few 3-5 teams still alive in this conference. So even Collector Kings, sorry to say, but you're probably not going to win this division. In fact, I think you're mathematically eliminated. In fact, I know you are. But hey, good run. You can still make the playoffs based on points. So submit super lineups if you have to. Get some points. Get in on the wild card. Get every win that matters. Don't give up because you can still get in on the playoff drawings. But Your Mother Likes My Defense is super original. These are obviously the 2 biggest games right now. I don't know who clicked what here, but yeah, like someone messed with my settings somehow, and it's like owner Alan Harvey. Yeah, no kidding. Why is that so gigantic? I'll never know. But let's look at the schedule for this guy coming up. He's got Giggle Giggle coming up, Stafford's Bastards, DeWines, and Collector King. So he's already fought through the hardest part of his schedule, of course, in terms of the games that mean a lot. Most importantly, he beat Super Original. And he beat, well, that's the only ranked team right now, so I guess that's all that matters. So, a lot going on there. And then Super Original, who lost, obviously, to Your Mother Likes My Defense. He's got Old Papa's Playas, Collector Kings, Madeline Incorporated, and Team Has No Name. this conference is very, very smash mouth, very black and blue division, as John Madden would say. Anyone can win this. And speaking of that, anyone can also win the Ron Burgundy Conference at this point. Another, it's like almost a mirror image of the Kirk Lazarus Conference, as the Bare Naked Tigers 5-3, Melissa's Meatballs 5-3 and 4-1. Melissa's Meatballs 5-3 and 2-3 though. Ouch. That hurts them. In the end, that's going to hurt them bad, I promise you. Bare Naked Tigers, who they got coming up? Let's take a look. They've got the aforementioned Melissa's Meatballs this week. If Bare Naked Tigers win that game, oh man, they're going to put themselves so high above where they need to be. Trump Up the Volume also coming up. He's, what's his record? Come on, hover over here. Why did you not show me? 4-4, so he's in the thick of it. Don't know yet, 3-5, technically still in the thick of it. Is that your final answer? 3-5, still technically in the thick of it in this conference because there's not a clear winner. Bare Naked Tigers, though, clearly controls his own destiny. As we look at Melissa's Meatballs, who are also right there with them, but not as good of a conference record. They obviously play Bare Naked Tigers. They play Brady's Balls, which is a 2-6, so that one's not as important, but every win's important for these guys. Kakambas and Sticks Zedinia, all within grasp here. So this is those last two conferences are definitely the ones to watch, no doubt about it. We go down to the Jeff Spicoli Conference. This one, not so competitive. The Black Hole, Squadrels, or Nantab Knights, any of those guys can still win this division. However, the Black Hole has a sizable advantage, a 2-game edge, and really a 3-game edge over Squadrels because they beat them this week. So, do they still play? Yes, they do. The Black Hole Nabtab Knights play the final week of the year, so we're going to keep circling back on that one if they keep winning. This week they're playing Lisinski's Legends, who is the team that took over for Tom Schneider. 4-4, doing a pretty good job considering the first 2 weeks they were randomized. Or no, first week they were randomized, I guess. The Black Hole plays Providence Power in 2 weeks from now. You better believe I'm throwing everything I got at that kid. And then Flaccaroni and Cheese, and of course the Nabtab Knights. Whereas Squadrels, now let's talk Squadrels here. Squadrels, man, oh man. They lost to the Black Hole. They play the Nabtab Knights this week. If they lose again, it's almost going to be no chance of winning that conference. So they cannot lose this game. That's all there is to it. They have to win this game. Otherwise, they will have lost the tiebreaker to both of the teams above them. And that would be tough with only 4 games to go. They also play Tony Lay coming up. Better Bring Your A Game. Rob Jazierski. Saw him at the old, what was that thing called? Where we see Jazierski's at? Trunk or Treat. That's what it's called. And the lovely Andrea Jazierski, who I don't even know if she's in the league anymore, but hey, we love her anyway. And then, of course, the Irish Shamrocks. Well, Chris Amos at the end of the year for the Squadrels. So this one, one of those 3 squads is going to win, and they all play each other these last couple weeks. So then we get down to the Frank Drebin Conference, where it's another wild sandwich here. Play with Mike Ditka has a clear advantage here, 6-2, 3-2 though in division. Not completely, not in the greatest shape because he has 2 teams that are 5-3 below him, and then several 4-4 teams. However, Hernandez Hitman, even though they're 4-4, you got to look at this column here, 4-1 in conference. It's going to come back huge at the end of the year if he can continue to win out. 4-1 is great shape. Play with Mike Ditka. Let's see who they got left on the schedule here. They've got, why does he have Sioux Girls 1 Cup logo? I don't know. Must be we switched some things around at some point. 52 Shades of Clay. That's a rivalry game there. Bonnie Monahan, 4-4, still alive, perennial playoff team. Hernandez Hitman coming up next after that, 4-4, and with a great record. It's nice to have, nice to finally have a president call out the media for being fake AF, the most ridiculous team name in history. Pat Provost, 4-4, and then Fly Eagles Fly, 3-5. So every one of those games are important for Play with Mike Ditka because they're all within striking distance of him. We got to change that logo. I don't know. How the heck did that happen? I don't know. We remove team and add teams over the years, and sometimes people don't change the logo, I guess. Donkey Punchers, same thing. I mean, this is too close to call. Really. Donkey Punchers have a 4-1 conference record, though, so that could be huge. Donkey Punchers playing Bring Back the Butt Fumble this week, which is another ranked team. We'll talk about those games here in a minute. I mean, yeah, it's huge. And then the Brody Bruce Conference, we have a 4-man race, really, with Tenacious D looking great because they are 6-2 with a 4-1 division record. Granny's Baloney Curtains 6-2 and 3-2, however. And will they play each other yet? Yes, they play each other in Week 11, so look out for that one. That'll be the game of the week probably that week, assuming they both continue to win. If they don't, nobody knows. But yeah, 6-2, 6-2, 5-3, 5-3, and a few 4-4 teams. Definitely still in it. Gonna need a little help though. Gonna have to win out. Including Vic in the box. Welcome back, Josh Grinder, by the way. Good to have you back. So there's that. And also look at this week's games coming up. Where we got several top 15 v top 15 matchups. So we've got Nasty Nutria versus the Apache Chiefs, number 2 versus number 10. Amazing game there. We've got number 4 versus number 5, Squadrels, fresh off the number 3 versus number 1 game, now playing a number 4, number 5 game, 6-2. Huge game there, folks. We've got number 14, Bring Back the Butt Fumble, taking on the number 6 team, or number 8 team, the Donkey Punchers. Another huge game there, obviously. Number 6 versus number 15. Can you believe this? That's 5 games that are top 15 games. Each team playing a top 15 opponent. So, and of course, there are other big games on here too. That just because they're not ranked doesn't mean all that much. I mean, where are we at? There was Hernandez Hitman versus FarmersOnly.com, battle of 4 and 4s, and then we've got I believe Front 7 versus Toon Squads, another big game. Well, kind of big game. Yeah, it's going to be the craziest week ever. What we haven't done in a while is taking a look at see who's who in terms of the player performances. So let's do that real quick. And let's go to starter points. Let's see, because it's been 3 weeks since we've done this. Let's see where people are in terms of who has started who the most. We're going to start with quarterbacks. Who has been used the most? It looks like Ben Roethlisberger has been used more than any other quarterback. 39 of the 64 teams have used Ben Roethlisberger. 37 of the teams have used Patrick Mahomes. Wisely, by the way. But that also means... That means a lot of teams are using him, but that also means a lot of teams have not used him. So as we get closer to the end of the year, look out for that number to spike. Matt Ryan used by 36 teams. And then we have Baker Mayfield used by 1 team. But hey, he scored 14.55 points. Whoever started him that week did a good job. We look at the running backs. Here we go. Sorted by, let's go look at this. James Conner, clear winner here because everyone thought Le'Veon Bell was coming back. We don't know if he's coming back or not. They're saying they might ride him out the rest of the year now. Who knows? And then James White. Got a couple Jameses up there at the top. Followed by Saquon Barkley. I used him, and he did not disappoint. Unfortunately, I lost. Followed by Alvin Kamara, who was heavily used at the beginning of the year when Mark Ingram is out. But... he's back, so we'll see if that number continues to go up. 57 out of 64 teams, so that's crazy. Wide receivers, this is always spread out much more. Adam Thielen, number 1, it looks like, tied with Stephon Diggs. Everyone loves the Minnesota receivers for some reason. A.J. Green, with 40 starts, pretty high up there. Then you get down here to people like Brandon Cooks, been started by 33 people, only scored 166 points. Why is he so popular? I don't know, he's kind of a scrub. Mike Evans, 36 people started him. Antonio Brown, 38 people started him. So we're halfway through the league have started him there. And means a lot of people still got Antonio Brown in the chamber. Eric Ebron. Oh, my God. Another, what is it with Detroit players? In all sports, they leave the team and they go, look at the Red Sox. How many players they have on there? 3? 3 players from the Red Sox, former Tigers. Eric Ebron sucked in Detroit. Now he goes over to Indianapolis, and he's the most started tight end ever. Can you imagine saying that when he was on the Lions? Eric Ebron, the most started tight end, please. We'd laugh ourselves out. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now watch. Golden Tate's going to go to the Eagles, and they're going to win another Super Bowl. I got to tell you, I think the Eagles are probably the lamest Super Bowl winning franchise in history. Nobody's scared of them. Nobody cares about, the Eagles. What the hell is their record anyway? They're not very good. I got to look that up. Yeah, what a lame Super Bowl. First of all, it sucked that they even won that Super Bowl. It was a lame Super Bowl, terrible Super Bowl party. I hated it. It was a disaster. It had all kinds of technical problems. And then, the game. The Eagles were the defending champions. Give me a break. Nobody cares. What are they at? They're 4-4. And then that shitball division. Washington, Dallas, and New York Giants. Please, I could take a dump and I'd be competitive on the field against the Giants. Anyway... So, wow, we went on a tangent there for the Golden Tate story. I thought it was a good move, actually. I mean, that gives Galladay some more chance to be the superstar, you know?
Marvin Jones.
And, well, Marvin Jones is okay. You should be my co-host all the time, Cassandra, just sitting there and eating cereal and talking, making witty comments, or trying to make comments. Travis Kelce, 37 people. 37 people have started. Zach Ertz, too, speaking of the Eagles. And, yeah. A lot of one. You get down here to the people who have been started one time, you're going to get people like Jake Butt. You know. He's the butt of many jokes. All right, moving on. I probably just woke my son up. Kickers, nobody really cares, but Harrison Butker, speaking of butts, there's Harrison Butker. 43 people started him. 37 people started Will Lutz, the putts. And then we've got 34 people started Matt Bryant. So, yay. And we go on to the defense finally. And this is where you're going to see some high numbers because there's not so many of them going around. 41 people started the Bears. 40 people started the Vikings. 10 people started the Saints, and they scored a whopping 20 points. That's awful. And Patriots with 36 starts. So that's where you are now. So now you're looking in to see who has started who. A couple players have been started by the vast majority of people. James Conner, number one. I mean, only, 6 people have him left to start? I don't know. It's probably a wise move, but yeah, all right. Well, what? Oh, I thought she was talking to me. All right, well, everybody, you have a wonderful day. Have a safe and happy Halloween, and get lots of candy, because we got some sweet games coming up this week. Hey-o!